Mic check 1 2 1 2. I don't know the next TI line, but there's a song that he says that foo.
Welcome back, family. It is Bones Hansino
And your boy Grizz Adams.
coming at you with another one of the March Madness debates.
Well, real quick, since we're here, if you watched the first one, you're gonna see the progression of the wall. We got some new additions. You wanna go ahead and show sneak off Pinhead Larry right behind you? Hey, y'all know him, right? All right, so you can't see because my fat ass head is blocking Scoutmaster Loom. Got a good old bomb right behind me. Y'all know him lit. Good Billy's over here, and it's real shitty version of Spyro. Good old Toasty. Second round of the 90s playoffs here.
We got number 1 Rugrats going up against number 9 CatDog.
I mean, I don't really think this is up for debate. You saw Rock Orange cassette tapes with Jimmy, Tommy, and Chucky, so you know I'm gonna go Rugrats.
Spin-off movies were better. I mean, they got a deeper catalog. I do love CatDog. CatDog is one of my favorite cartoons growing. Shout out to CatDog.
Shout out to CatDog.
I really wanted to fight hard for you, but standing up against Rugrats, I mean, the only thing that I think it might have better is the theme. Bone in the world, and wolf in the fur, and the baby was born. Yeah, CatDog. But the iconic little, the mobile was pretty iconic.
And it was just pacifiers being sucked.
I think they had the better, like, visual intro. But
Rugrats?
Yeah.
But CatDog had the dopest house out of the group.
Facts. And they had the better villains. I mean, I would take the Greasers over Angelica.
Rugrats can't have villains or as a group of kids. What villains are they gonna have? Of course, but she's just another kid.
And
they
it was
can't
cool
just have
like
super villains.
The villains in there were kind of like their imagination.
Yeah.
Because they would go on their own little adventures and then have to battle off like, oh, it's a mop, it's a dust bunny. Like, dust bunnies are so terrifying. No, it's just
exactly.
I think they had the better characters, like the deeper characters at least. And you know me, I don't like Winslow. I don't like the little blue guy.
I plan on drawing him on the wall, y'all. He will be added to this wall.
He'll be somewhere, but I don't like him. So I think we're in agreement. Rugrats over CatDog.
Rugrats over.
So
Number 1
disagree,
seed.
Go ahead and tell us, but I don't see CatDog beating Rugrats. Next matchup we got this one. I think is going to be the hardest matchup. Number 5, we got the Powerpuff Girls. Then number 4, we got Ed, and Eddy.
So, you know, both iconic groups of friends. Well, I guess Powerpuff Girls
were trio versus trio
family, but yeah, good trio versus trio. I jumped into this thinking I was gonna go Ed, and Eddy. I could have sworn by some jawbreakers, you know, the antics. I could have sworn by all of it, but if we're gonna talk about like supporting cast and all that, Powerpuff Girls had the dopest cast of villains on TV. Him.
I think
Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, I think
the Gang Green Gang.
They had the best cast of villains.
The Rowdy Rough Boys.
This is the thing, though. It was repeated too. Like they used the same ones. They were recurring villains.
Because they were
so
that
they didn't even beat them up big enough to where they wouldn't want to come back, even though they showed the fucking.
Like
they would show clips
girls.
of them like sitting there crying.
Like 7-year-old girls.
Which is true.
If you were a crime fighter, or if you were a bad guy.
Ed and Eddy, man. Ed and Eddy, you want to talk about how deep a cast is? I mean, you got the Canker sisters. You got Kevin and who is his girlfriend?
Sarah?
No, Sarah and Jimmy.
And
then
Jimmy.
You had Rolf. You had Plank. You had it would just go so deep on like how many characters you were, and I think everybody had their own favorite character. Like I love Rolf. I think Rolf is fucking hilarious.
Powerpuff Girls had you concerned about what happened to the villains afterwards. It had you concerned about what they were doing in school. Like I just think
Ed and Eddy made me want to scheme, man. They made songs
but it just
about
wanted
Ed
you
and
to. It just wanted you to scheme.
It made me want to run.
You wanted
a
a jawbreaker.
Like when I was a kid, I wanted to be like them so badly.
You wanted to suck on a dodgeball-sized golf ball.
I wanted to find a way to get as many jawbreakers as I could. I used to eat jawbreakers just because I thought it was cool.
And I'm glad we're there. That's a mark against Ed, and Eddy, because it had us all believing jawbreakers were great candy, and they're just par.
They're
just
not
par.
that bad.
Just average.
They're not that bad.
Average.
They're not that bad.
Yeah,
everlasting and everything nice.
Everlasting gobstoppers. No, because the chemical X is where the human come from.
That's true.
They would have just been cute little dolls had there not been.
I didn't like the Professor.
X. No, but you had a crush on the mayor or the mayor's assistant. I'm sorry,
because you never saw what she looked like.
Doesn't matter. You saw by that. You saw by the legs and that ass. You were like, damn.
It could have been a man.
No, it was definitely
in
not.
a dress and high heels.
That was him. And then plus, it had us all okay with that at a young age. Because that's
Powerpuff Girls beat Ed, and Eddy.
I don't know how we get past this because I'm gonna say
I think it was.
Powerpuff Girls.
And you didn't have very much comedy in the Powerpuff Girls.
Yes, you did.
Not compared to Ed, and Eddy.
No,
you walk in on Ed fucking eating a whole bed.
But by that logic, you didn't have that much action in Ed, and Eddy as compared to Powerpuff Girls.
I don't.
So
I
you
disagree
go tit for tat there, brother.
There were fights in almost every single one of those.
There were definitely fights in every single episode.
Ended up getting his ass beat.
He got his ass beat. You didn't see a fight. You just saw the cloud of smoke that would come over him, and you would see a random arm and a leg kick out.
Guess what?
Meanwhile, you'd see these little ass bubbles.
No, you would not actually see it. It would be the cutaways.
It would be still hits, though. Yeah,
boom.
It would still be hits.
But even then, you didn't get the full frame of it. It was all cutaway hits.
I think Powerpuff Girls.
I think that Ed, and Eddy has the better theme song.
Sure.
I think that they have the deeper cast. I think they have the better trios.
So I don't think Powerpuff Girls had a theme song. They had just the intro of the professor talking over, and then it was down.
It was because it was spice, sugar, spice.
Yeah, but that's just the professor talking over it.
Yeah, but that's still the intro.
So if we're going off of intros, yeah,
more
absolutely.
catchier, that or do.
No, if we're going off of just that, then absolutely theme songs. They win that. Now I have to Google Powerpuff Girls themes just to know what it sounds like.
Go ahead. We can cut out what we need to cut out for these, because this is actually. I told you this was going to be the hardest debate.
Yeah, look at there. Come on, Stevie. Come on.
I get it. I love the Powerpuff Girls, but I don't think that it beats Ed, and Eddy.
What's our lifeline here? Because I'm not.
I mean, Ed, and Eddy lived longer. It ran for like 10 years. Powerpuff Girls only ran for 5.
Ed and Eddy really run for that long.
Yes, I think they ran from like 98 to 2008.
99 to 09.
So that's still.
And they got a movie. Call someone. What do we do here?
What are we calling?
We flipping a coin here.
What are we calling?
So then we're still back at fucking ground zero.
Split again. All right, let's talk about the other two. We're coming back to this one. I don't know when we're gonna edit into that cut, but update. We can't decide between Ed, and Eddy and Powerpuff Girls. So why don't we just leave it to a fan vote? We just leave it undetermined right now.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
And we'll go to 2000s.
Let us know. Powerpuff Girls or Ed, and Eddy.
Let us know. Powerpuff Girls or Ed, and Eddy.
If y'all want arguments, you should have watched the video. Y'all got the arguments.
Well, yeah, we did a little bit. We're gonna move on because we can't decide between these
45 minutes on
that
same topic.
Really good 2 cartoons. We got Dexter's Lab.
Yep.
We got Hey Arnold.
So I will just give Dexter's Lab its kudos, its shine. It had us all wanting to be nerds. It had us all walking around going, "Hey, DD!"
We all wanted a secret laboratory.
We wanted to say lab like laboratory. That being said, it's Hey Arnold.
I think it's
out of this group don't see. I see it being Hey Arnold and Rugrats if that's the matchup. If that can be the matchup, I see them going to the finals because Hey Arnold, that might be my favorite one on.
Hey Arnold is a very good cartoon. I still want his room. I think he has the coolest room in all the cartoon history. Pull out couches and everything.
Fuckers had style, knew how to dress.
It was such a deep cast. There were so many characters. I still like the fucking hey football head, move it football head. It was a really good.
Exactly.
Hey Arnold. I think we go Hey Arnold. That one was an easy
without
one
a doubt.
before.
I think we go
Hey Arnold. Moving on. Dexter's Lab. Thank you for the memories.
We appreciate you. Yep.
But yeah. Hey Arnold. And then the final one of this one, the number 7 seed Animaniacs going up against the number 2 seed Rocket Power.
You know what? I might feel I might put this one on you because I know you love both of these. If I had my druthers, would say Rocket Power. I grew up on a skateboard, trying to ride bikes, try to be a rollerblader. We all wanted to be little action-packed kids. We're riders on a mission, damn near. So I'll let you take this one.
I agree with you. I love the Animaniacs. I thought the Animaniacs were absolutely fantastic. I love the spin-offs of it. Pinky and the Brain were great. Like, they just had so many different stories, like the little squirrel. They had the delivery squirrel. Yeah, they had so much. But when it comes to Rocket Power, I mean, it's the number 2 seed for. I did not grow. I wanted to be a skater because of it. I wanted to do all that shit because of it. I was not that, but I still watched that shit religiously. Like, I thought that was one of the coolest shows, possibly of the 90s. That, you said the same thing about Hey Arnold, how Hey Arnold's probably unbeatable. I think Rocket Power and Rugrats and Hey Arnold are all in the category of their own. Where I think
they're all that. I think that's the matchup.
Should we just flip a coin for Powerpuff and Ed and Eddy?
I mean,
because I think we're all in agreement that no matter what, it's probably gonna lose next round.
Yeah,
depending on the draw.
Yeah, and I think we can both agree they're both great shows.
They're both fantastic shows. I love both of them.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna go grab a coin.
Intermission while we find a coin. Down, down. I just have one thing to say though. Out of the trio of 3 high schoolers or middle schoolers that scheme together, 3 5-year-olds, who would win in a fist fight? Out of that matchup though, like Ed and Eddy versus Powerpuff Girls. And then, what the fuck are we talking about here? What the fuck is we talking about here?
We leave things up to fate. We'll go Ed's Powerpuff Girls.
Wait, let's go off of seedings. Whatever is the highest.
Okay, so heads is Ed and Eddy, Powerpuff Girls is tails. It's a regular coin. You know.
Yep.
It's not rigged. It is
Powerpuff Girls advancing to the next round, ladies and gentlemen.
I fought hard as fuck for you. I want you to know this.
That is an upset.
I want you to know this. Me too, because I think Ed and Eddy is better.
And I think
they're losing regardless. I want to make sure of it.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen,
that wraps up the second round.
That is the 4 powerhouses advancing.
So what do we got?
We've got number 1 Rugrats against the 5th seed Powerpuff Girls, and Hey Arnold with a 3rd seed going against
Rocket Power. Woof. Have a good matchup.
It looks like, the only upset was Ed and Eddy versus Powerpuff Girls, or it would have been the top 4.
That have an upset. Can't always have it the way we want it.
So we got one.
If you missed the first video in round 1 and missed how we got to this point anyways, and missed the other 8 that got eliminated before, make sure you go ahead and click back to that video.
Here, somewhere
around in here. If you missed the old school debate that we did, boom, round 1, round 2 is going to be right over here somewhere. Just make sure you go and check that shit out.
Like,
we appreciate
subscribe,
it.
Comment, all that shit. Tell us how you feel. Tell us if you like it. Tell us if you fuck with us. Come on,
please.
Love,
bro.
All we want to do is spread love. So help us with that by spreading some love our way,
and we're giving it right back to you. But until next time, we'll see you for round 2 of the 2000s debate. But for now, peace, love, take care of each other.